Chen Wen Hsi was one of Singapore's pioneer artists, but beyond his artistic achievements, he served as a cultural bridge. His work at the Singapore Handicraft Centre connected art, people, and nations, offering the world a glimpse into Singapore's creative spirit. Chen Wen Hsi belonged to Singapore's first generation of artists, the Nanyang pioneers. He fused Chinese brushwork with modernist ideas, reflecting a new kind of cultural identity. His art was both rooted and experimental, traditional yet forward-looking, much like Singapore itself. Chen Wen Hsi's artistic journey began in China. In Shanghai he studied under the respected painter Pan Tianshou, and alongside his friend Fu Lor Fei he discovered the technique of finger painting. Later, when he came to Singapore, he brought with him this fusion of ink tradition, modern invention, and a hands-on technique that would become a hallmark of his practice. Long before brushes became the norm, some Chinese painters used only their fingers. Finger painting expressed spirit over form, the artist's hand moving freely, without mediation. It was spontaneous, intimate, and deeply personal, a philosophy of art as direct touch. Alongside Chen Wen Hsi, another name associated with finger painting in Singapore was Wu Tsai-yen. Both artists explored this expressive technique rooted in Chinese tradition. While Wu was active in promoting the form through the Sani Finger Painting Society, Chen helped sustain public interest by demonstrating it to visitors and integrating it into his own practice. Together, they ensured the art form remained alive and appreciated within Singapore's growing art scene.
The Singapore Handicraft Centre, officially opened in 1976 by then Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew, stood as a symbol of the young nation's cultural aspirations. Designed to showcase Singaporean creativity and attract both tourists and dignitaries, it became a vibrant hub of artistic exchange. Among its artisans, Chen Wen Hsi stood out. His studio was not just a workspace, but a living attraction. The Singapore Handicraft Centre was a vibrant showcase of regional artistry and culture. Within its walls were 26 stores featuring crafts from more than 16 countries, spanning Asia, the Middle East, and West Africa. In 1978, the renowned Rasa Singapura Hawker Centre was added next door, offering some of the island's best local dishes, carefully selected from across Singapore. Together, they formed a lively space where art, culture, and cuisine came alive, a celebration of creativity at the heart of a young and confident nation. In one of the center's shops, Chen Wen Hsi worked steadily at his art. Tourists, officials, and dignitaries would often stop by to watch. His studio became a microcosm of cultural exchange, the artist at work, the audience observing, the nation expressing itself through art. On January 13, 1978, the Singapore Handicraft Centre welcomed a distinguished visit. Singapore Tourist Promotion Board Chairman Tan accompanied former British Prime Minister Sir Harold Wilson and Lady Mary Wilson as they explored the centre. Among the demonstrations that caught their attention was local artist Chen Wen Hsi at work, creating a delicate finger painting. The Wilsons were on a 5-day visit to Singapore at the invitation of Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew, and this moment offered a glimpse of Singapore's cultural vibrancy, a quiet exchange where art and diplomacy met. Chen Wen Hsi continued to act as a cultural ambassador, delighting visiting diplomats or their wives with live demonstrations at the Handicraft Centre. His finger painting offered a memorable, hands-on experience, leaving a lasting impression. Through his art, Singapore projected itself as a creative and cultured nation, blending tradition with modernity.
Chen's finger painting mesmerized visitors. He used the fingertip, nail, and palm to create lines, tones, and washes, shaping each stroke with precision and expression. His frequent subjects, ducks, herons, birds, fishes, and frogs, reflected themes of harmony with nature. It was painting without a brush, both intimate and immediate. Watching him work was to witness energy and stillness coexisting, each motion revealing confidence, balance, and grace. By 1990, the Singapore Handicraft Centre closed its doors to make way for new development, Tanglin Mall and the Traders Hotel. Though relocated to Chinatown Point the following year, it never recaptured the same vibrancy. Finger painting, once performed before captivated audiences, now exists mostly in museums and memories. In a world of technology, this simple, tactile art form, where the hand meets paper, is quietly fading. Yet, in Chen's works, it lives on, elegant, enduring, and deeply human.